Just as a little warning, this video has lots of rambling and is quite long, so you can skip through.
Hey everybody, it's McKenna, and today's video is just going to be a little bit of a different video. I am a little behind on doing my posting stuff and stuff like that. So I figured I'd just make this little update video. And I'm gonna try and post videos multiple times a week. I will have my normal new upload schedule is being created right now, and that is every Friday at 12:30 will be a release video for my shop release, weekly shop release. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's the consistent thing that's happening right now. And also with all that's going on, you know, everyone has their own personal stuff going on, and I figured I'd just make this video of me rambling and talking about stuff with you guys. So it was like a life update video. Let's talk about it. So let's start with what I've been doing every day or weekly. I have been doing voice lessons with my voice coach, 2 lessons a week. They're 30 minutes each, and then every day I practice for 30 minutes to an hour. And that has been very helpful during this time. I love music and theater and dance, and that's kind of what keeps me in like a good place. So it's kind of nice right now to have voice as a steady thing that's going on, and I did it before all this stuff happened. I've been doing voice pretty consistently since a year, 2 years ago, so I really enjoy it. And currently I'm working on my first classical piece. I'm really just a musical theater person all around, but my voice coach and I are working on integrating classic pieces. I'm doing the song Danza Danza Fanciulla Gentile, which is an Italian song, and it's super cool, and I'm super excited. I feel like super confident singing it. It makes me feel like I'm starting to know what I'm doing, which is pretty fun. And I have been practicing every day, and it's been super fun. I also have a really fun playlist, which I think I can link it below. I'll try and remember to link that below in the description. But it's a really fun playlist I've made on Spotify, and it has so many fun songs, and I've been playing it. I have a Sonos speaker in my room, and I've been playing it while I do my work and doing my makeup or nails, or just chilling in my room, and I will blast it and sing and dance. And I have this one pair of heels that I will literally they're just out in my room, and I throw them on when certain songs come on, and I just get up and dance around my room. That's one of the pluses of my room being in the current setup it is. If you don't know what that setup is, go check out my most recent room tour. I think that was a month ago that I posted that. And it's awesome because I have so much space in the center of my room where I can dance and practice and rehearse, which is super fun. And yeah, another thing I've been doing lately is I haven't really worn makeup very much through this whole time. I just started wearing makeup a little bit again. As you can see, I have some makeup on my face. In the release video on Friday, I was wearing makeup, but I just I love wearing makeup. It's one of those things that kind of brings out my personality, and it gives me a creative outlet. And obviously the videos on this channel of me doing makeup, I love makeup, and I love wigs and styling and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's super fun to like get back into the groove. Yeah, and so I'm trying to like start wearing makeup again. My skin has been like on a weird roller coaster lately. Like it was really clear and really good for a while, and now it's like acting up again. But it's probably related to my health, and that's a whole other story. So yeah. Also, I started doing embroidery, which, oh my gosh, it's so fun. I've done so many things. I have done maybe 6 like pieces of embroidery. Currently, I should grab it, but I am working on a Deathly Hollow symbol in my favorite colors, and I'm super excited. Actually, let me go grab that so I can show you. Okay, so here it is. This is one of the embroidery hoops. I bought a set off of Amazon. I can try and link it in the description if I remember, but it's a set of like all sorts of sizes of reusable hoops, and they're fun colors too. This is what it looks like so far. I'm almost done. I'm doing French knots on this circle part. On the triangle part, I did a straight stitch, and then I did a angled stitch for the wand area, and then the circle I'm doing French knots, and I'm doing kind of like an ombre, but not really ombre. Doing dark purple to lavender to a bright, like a dark yellow to like a lavender, not lavender, to a pastel yellow. And so I'm super excited for this to be done. I think I want to frame it because super cute, and I love Harry Potter, and so I figured I would just make this. And I have a little frame that we found the other day while we were cleaning out a certain area of the house, and it's the perfect size. I think I'm gonna put this in that frame and display it in my room because I love it. I'm like spending so much time. So far today will be the 4th day I've been working on this. I'll work on it in like 2-hour spurts, and then I like take breaks, but I've been doing that while I watch like YouTube or listen to a podcast. And lately I've been watching a lot of NCIS, which I've kind of fallen in love with that show. I found it on Netflix, and I think I watched it at some point when it was on TV, and I found it and I was like, oh, let's watch it. And so I just decided to watch it. So yeah, and also my mom and I have been watching like series at night and stuff. And we started watching the Warrior Nun show that's on Netflix, and oh my gosh, that show, I think we're on episode 7 or 8. I think we're on episode 8. And it's so good. I want to keep watching it, but like we watch it together, and sometimes, you know, not everyone wants to watch. So we're kind of like in love with it. It's a good show, but it's kind of scary at the same time. So it's a fun thing to watch with my mom. Also, let's see. I've been doing summer school, but not really summer school. Well, I guess it's summer school. I'm doing Algebra 2 online school for that single class, Algebra 2, so far, and I've done it for about 3 weeks now, and I'm almost halfway through semester 1 of it. So there's like part A and B, which is like semester 1, semester 2. I'm gonna try and get this done before the end of the summer so I can have the credit, so I don't have to take it at school in the fall, which I don't know if I'm going to school in the fall, like in person, or if I'm doing it virtually, or if I'm gonna switch to a homeschool program. Depends on what our school district does. They have not announced what they're doing yet, so I'm just kind of like, ugh. But yeah, so I've been working on that, and I'm a person who likes school normally, but it kind of stresses me out because you don't have like the one-on-one teacher thing. I'm doing the University of Texas program, like online high school credit courses. and it's pretty awesome. They do everything through Canvas, and it's fun. And there's like a teacher who grades the work and like helps me, but it like takes a while for him to respond. So it's kind of been a fun thing because my dad helps me when I'm confused. He's very good at math and stuff, so it's fun. And I also trying to think of all the stuff that's going on. I have been working a lot on my business that I started, my resin business. Not resin business, I guess. It's my business where I sell my jewelry and accessories and stuff that I make out of resin. You know, if you want to figure out what's on my shop, the link has been in the description of my videos for a while. Also, I've been doing blog posts on there with recipes I've made and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the things. Oh, I'm reading this really good book right now. It's right next to me. This book that I'm reading right now is The German Girl. I got it from Target. It's by Armando Lucas Correa is the author. It's a really good book. I'm about halfway through it, if you can see where my bookmark is. But it's a really good book so far. Yeah, and there's just a lot going on. I was doing dance classes during the summer, like the first month of the summer, but then I just decided not to do it this second half because we are just busy and you know, you kind of need a break from things. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to think, make sure I catch you guys up on everything. I'm like trying to think of things. My gosh. Another thing is I wanted to update you guys on like mental health and other stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about stuff like this, but you know, you guys, I have a connection with you guys, and I don't really have many people who watch this channel, but this is kind of like my own personal diary with all the Black Lives Matter stuff going on and the LGBTQ community and all this crazy stuff that's been going on with the virus. It kind of pains me to see all the stuff going on. I definitely am in support of Black Lives Matter, and I think everyone has a purpose and everyone should be treated correctly, and what's going on in the world right now is kind of crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna speak too much about it because I don't want to say something that is wrong, but do what you can. Go on Instagram or like search up Instagram and Twitter. A bunch of people who have social impact, like influencers and celebrities, are posting different charities you can donate to, ways you can help. Definitely go and try and look for that stuff. My job as someone who is an ally in the LGBTQ community and stuff of that type, I'm just here to be me who helps. That was a weird wording, but I'm here to help. In my opinion, I'm not going to go do anything crazy that endangers my health, and I know that sounds wrong, but I'm here and I want to help with all this Black Lives Matter stuff going on, so I'm posting the Blackout Tuesday stuff and stuff like that, informational posts, all sorts of other stuff, but I haven't protested. I'm not doing anything that violates any of the laws and rules of social distancing during this time, just because I have health problems that aren't diagnosed, and I don't want to like endanger myself in a way that also could endanger my family or others around me. I have a little brother and a mom and a dad, and of course I have pets, and I don't want to go out and get something when there's no real evidence of what the virus is and how we can fight it. There's only so much that we know about it at the moment. So I'm trying to do what I can from home. And in many ways, I'm donating, I'm trying to keep things going in a good way, sending positive messages, and trying to do what I can from my spot, my point of view. And I know I can't do much. I'm someone who has white privilege, and I wish that I could understand what people have gotten through and are going through. And I personally can't 100%. I mean, I know what I've been told from friends and people I know, but I don't know everything because I don't experience it myself. And so I'm just here to help in any way I can and be a support system for friends who are going through things. Also, with Pride Month ending at the end of June, I think it's strange how companies do like, oh, Pride Month themed clothing and stuff. They're profiting off of something like this. And it's just disappointing, especially when people are like, woo, Pride Month. Pride Month isn't just one month. You need to support the community all year round. And being someone who's a part of that community, I think it's hurtful that companies are profiting off of it. I get if they're donating proceeds, but don't go out there and brand your products with rainbows and say Pride Month and just use it as a way to get profit. It's just sad. And I think that our job as a nation, as a world, is to support each other in movements that are important. Now, I fully support the nurses and the doctors and anyone who's working during this time, working their butt off to keep us going with our food and shelter and repairing things and taking care of us. And I fully support that. But I don't understand why people have to be so negligent to the fact that there's something going on and people are dying and people are getting hurt. There's not only just the virus right now, there's stuff within our world. And it's an election year. So it comes around to that time where things keep getting brought up again, that get brought up every election year and get shoved to the background when it's not an election year. And it's something we need to look at. And being a person who is 15, almost 16, I think it's interesting how my point of view, I can't really make a huge impact on all the stuff that's going on, but I can speak my word and try and share important information out there and keep this information flowing, because there is important things, important information and stuff going on out there. And I want to help get that information to where it needs to be. Now, I might not be able to do things, but I can talk to people I know and influence their opinion maybe. I need to communicate in my right of trying to share information I know, my First Amendment right. I need to help. And it's hard right now with all this going on. No one deserves to be hurt or sick, and there may be a universal scientific religious thing going on that we don't know about that is controlling why this is happening. And as some people might say, it's just natural selection. But there are people out there who are creating fake news and disobeying laws that are put out and rules that are put out. And they don't care if they get fined for not wearing a mask in public. In certain areas, there's rules now, like acts in place where you get fined if you're not wearing a mask in public. But if you can wear a mask, you should be wearing it, because there's people who can't. There's elderly people who have oxygen masks and they can't wear a mask because it's already hard for them to breathe in the first place, and if they cover it up then they're not going to be able to breathe as well. Or there's people with diseases and immune disorders and such, like stuff like that, who are more immune, and you need to do your job in however way you can to help make this a better, safer place. Wear a mask if you can, because there are others who can't. There are little kids who are scared to wear a mask, and I get it if you can't convince your child to wear a mask because they're under the age of like 2 or 3 and they just don't understand. But honestly, my 9-year-old brother doesn't understand what's going on anymore. He's scared and he doesn't know what's going on, but he's learned I need to wear a mask to keep myself safe and others safe. And if your child can't wear a mask or won't because they're scared, you need to tell others around you, you can wear a mask, so wear it. Because there are people who can't. There are children who are too scared to. There are people who have dealt with abuse and such things like that, where they have full bodily fear of wearing something covering their face because it's claustrophobic. There are people with mental disabilities that cause them to be scared of things like that, which it's not their fault. So you need to do what you can and what you are able to do in your free position and healthy position to help. And there are people who are just being negligent and ignoring all this stuff going on, which is a little, not to say that that person is stupid, but what they're doing is a little thoughtless and careless, because people are getting sick. And the best we can do to help, especially with not knowing what's going on, is taking care of yourself and others around you by listening to what people are telling us, medical professionals, government. Even though it may not be 100% correct or accurate, we don't know much about this. And so we need to do all we can to keep each other safe. Just like how in Japan and China, it's a courtesy when you don't feel well. People in those communities, they wear masks when they don't feel well and they're going out in public. Or if they're in a highly densely populated area, like a mall or something like that. In Japan, they wear masks to be respectful. And that's why their case numbers aren't as off the charts. It's because of the culture and the way we all act in our mental space. So I think we need to take a page out of their book and pay attention to the environment around us and the other countries around us. And we all need to work together and take advice from each other and pick up on the good things and the bad and try to make this a better, safer place for all of us. No matter if it's health-wise with the virus, by wearing a mask and cleaning your hands and disinfecting your surroundings, or if it's with the Black Lives Matter movement and taking care of each other, donating, protesting, but in a safe way, of course, and just making sure the ones around you, your neighbors, your family members, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, your teachers, your doctor, your anyone you know or have contact with, make sure they're doing okay mentally and physically and health-wise, and just check in on people, because we all need to work together to take care of each other during this time by wearing masks, checking in on each other, and other things. Like simply baking cookies for you and your family as a fun activity can make sure you all are doing good. Have a conversation at the dinner table. Or if you aren't eating dinners together with your family and you're isolated within your own home, FaceTime, text each other, check in on each other. Cousins, aunts, uncles, everyone you know, you need to check in on them, because some people may not be doing well. And take care of yourself, first of all, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Wear your mask if you can. Wash your hands, which you should have always been doing. If you don't, that's kind of scary that you didn't wash your hands before, just thinking about it now. Take time for yourself. Self-care is very important. If you're not stable yourself, if you're not healthy yourself, you can't help others. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Put on mascara if that makes you feel 100 times better. Read a book for 30 minutes if that gives you relief. Do your work for your job and then take a break and sit outside for a minute and just take in the sunlight. If you have pets, snuggle with them for 30 minutes. Listen to your favorite album or song. Do anything that helps you and the ones around you. So, I just wanted to say that. And yeah. Also, just wanted to say, if you deal with anxiety or depression and you like music, there's an album that was turned into a musical that was on Broadway before all this hit. It's the original album, and the name of the musical is Jagged Little Pill, and it's one of my favorite albums of all time. But even the musical, they did such a good job, and it talks about mental health and life situations that you go through song. So go listen to that right now, because we all have a little jagged little pill we have to swallow down during this rough time. So go listen to that album if you want to try it, because that album has definitely connected with me as a person with anxiety and depression and other health issues. It's really a good album to help you connect and realize that there are so many others that are going through what you're going through. So take a moment and listen to an album that you loved as a little kid, or you love at the moment. Take time in the morning when you drink your cup of coffee or tea or your cup of water and just breathe. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Check the description below for any of the links. See if there's anything you're interested in. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below videos you want to see next or any items you want to see me make. And thank you for watching. Bye.